is the, like, how would you, if somebody said, how do I tune into my sacral? What process would you give them, or like initiate them on to explore on their own?
Well, just from experience, I would say meditation, guided meditation, hypnosis will help with that. Follow your mind, follow your thoughts, create that in your mind, go there, see what comes through for you subconsciously. I would also say like doing specific like yoga to help you physically move around the hips, especially. Yoni steaming. A lot of the practices that we're going to introduce to the community in the retreat, but there are also just so many different ways. Like maybe like energy healing and Reiki or something. I don't know, fucking masturbate. Like you could connect to it in that way too. Like this doesn't have to be, it's not meant to be, I don't think womb healing or connecting with the womb or sacral space should be challenging. If anything, it should be exalted by pleasure.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah.
So whatever brings you pleasure, baby. Yeah, like honestly, whatever sparks joy, whatever brings you pleasure, whatever you desire, like giving yourself permission to explore that, I think is a great exercise of connecting with your sacral.
I love those ideas.
Space. Yeah, I especially a lot of beliefs that we might have been given through being raised.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like generational beliefs and letting go.
Yeah.
And maybe exploring something that resonates with you more
Yeah.
now and feeling that in the present, rather than latching onto something that you're like unconsciously were given, like programmed.
So you're saying like kind of tune in and almost analytically like make a list of the beliefs that are coming up when you tune in, and then and what you want to replace it with.
Like maybe you feel guilt about something but you want to do it. Like maybe your sacral is talking to you.
Yes. Interesting. Guilt. That feels like a connection.
For me, it was coming from Christianity.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Big yeah. I think for me, sure. But I think for me first, I think there are a couple things that come up to work with the sacral. Is one, just feeling that space.
Yeah.
Like with your hands, like on your tummy or whatever, on your hips.
Yoni massage.
Yeah.
Lingam massage.
Yeah. But also internally, just giving it like some space and some focus. Like, what does it feel like in there?
Yeah.
What does it feel like? And I think for me, something that is interesting that my body holds is I remember like a very prominent female in my life constantly looking at this space in the mirror and just so disappointed about what it looks like. And I honestly think that wound is something that's very generational for me, because I think my body is built to where this area is large on me. It always has been. And I think one thing that I've learned in the last few years is like, what happens when you just are like, I love you like this. Like, you don't have to change. Let's be this way. Let's be just like this. And then being pregnant and your body changing so much that way, and then it expanding even more for me, being able to, instead of direct those thoughts of frustration toward that area that we were told a body is supposed to be shaped this way in order for you to be a desirable, worthwhile human being as a female, because that's definitely the conditioning I got. I don't know about other people, but I definitely got that. Instead of thinking just kind thoughts, like the skin is so soft here, or like, thank you for being here today, or just like very basic, simple thank yous, instead of just like, ew, that's not really fair.
Yeah, is that ew even your voice?
Exactly.
Whose voice is that?
Yeah.
And who's that voice? Is it your mother? And then who told your mother that, right? That shit is conditional. That is generational. That is societal. It's bogus. What does your voice say?
And when you say that makes me want to fight for it, because it's like,
It's not even your voice that says it.
Well, and so when I think of like my mom believing something that's not true, I'm like, oh no, who's telling my mom this stuff? I'm gonna come get them. Like, what is
my
this?
mom.
Yeah, like almost like I feel more protective.
If anyone's looking for like a book recommendation, this is just a thought that provoked. The Painted Drum by Louise Erdrich talks about the generational dynamic between women, especially mothers and daughters, and how the daughter is often the teacher and the protector of the mother in a lot of ways. It's a very powerful story around that. So maybe that's really interesting to you.
That's interesting to me.
It's one of my favorite books, but what you just said really made me feel and think